of linear equations, it's just two equations. And I don't know who decided or why they decided to call it a system. But if we're evaluating more than one equation, it's called a system. Okay? So our goal, and the word goal kind of got punched out here with the hole punch. Let's focus up at the board for me. Thank you. Our goal is to determine if a given ordered pair works for both equations. So I'm actually going to give you the equations. You don't have them on your paper yet. So that's been something that students didn't understand yesterday afternoon and this morning. Like, where did you get those two equations? They're just two equations I'm giving you. Like, there's no secret method to get them. I just couldn't get them to format on the Word document, so I'm going to have you write them in instead. So don't let that be part of the actual process here. So I'm going to give you these two equations. X plus y equals 7 and 2x minus 3y equals negative 11. So go ahead and write those down. And all we're doing here is substituting values. So I have this ordered pair, and they happen to be an x and a y. So I'm going to take the x from the ordered pair and put it where the x is, and the y from the ordered pair and put it where the y is, and see if it works. If it works, the left and right will be equal. If it doesn't work, it's not equal, and that means we don't have a solution to this system. So let's try. We'll put 2.
What if it only works on one side?
Then you don't have a solution. It has to work for both. So I put the 2 and the 5, and I got 7. 7 does equal 7, so this one works. But we have to make sure it works for both because it's a solution to a system, right? So now I'm going to put the same x and y in. So 2 times 2 minus 3 times 5. So since it works for both, yes, this is a solution. So all we're doing is substituting and seeing if when we put those values in mathematically, does the x and y work here? Yep. Does the x and y work here? Yep. So this would be a solution. Any questions so far? No. Okay, let's keep moving. I'm going to give you another two equations. Y equals negative 2x minus 4. Y equals x plus 4. So I have my x and my y value from my ordered pair. I'm going to substitute them into both equations to see if they both work. First one works. How about the second one? 0 equals negative 2 plus 4. Does 0 equal 2? Sure doesn't. Not a solution. So it only works if both equations work. Are we ready for the third example? Sure. Which one which? Like point. Oh, you'll be given the equations. Okay. I just didn't have them on the paper already because I couldn't get it to format on Word and I was getting frustrated, so I said they can just write them in. It wouldn't space. It was weird. Okay, so our next two so what you'll notice is when you do the first one, right away it doesn't work, right? 8 does not equal 7. So you don't even have to do the second one. If the first one doesn't work, you can skip the second one. As soon as one of them doesn't work, you have your answer. Okay, so the last example, it's not negative. It's 8x plus 11. Go ahead and do this one by yourself. We have our x and our y. Okay, guys, just a total side note reminder, next week for iLearn, you need headphones that like have a wire. You can't just use your Bluetooth ones. For some reason, the iLearn program doesn't work with Bluetooth headphones. So maybe dig through some cabinets or drawers at home, ask mom and dad if they have any of those laying around. The school does have like the ones that Miss Cooper uses, so if you don't have your own, you might want to look for them. You'll be forced to use the other ones because you need to be able to hear, right?
I thought the only reason was just because they didn't need to like get the answers from the.
No, I don't think of any other reason than it just isn't compatible. Okay, your answer should be yes. This is a solution. Yes. So this is a negative, and this is a negative one. Right? So -7 times negative. Okay.
Wow. I did it. Wait, so then what would it be? +7 and then subtract 4 and it'd be 3. Okay. Oh man.
That was weird. I don't know why that just turned off. Oh, there we go. Darn. I'm just glad the sun's out today.
Somebody's outside.
I'm
That's my line.
Not going outside.
Yes. To be honest, I try to stay home.
I like to stay home when it's like,
going to be a busy weekend.
yeah, this next few weeks is rough.
I know.
My kids keep getting invited to birthday parties.
Oh,
I can't keep up with all the birthday parties.
because I think it's either today or Saturday. We're moving my mom's boyfriend in.
Okay, good, that's busy.
And
So, the little brother told me it's white claw.
what flavors are it for this week? Sorry.
He's bad, I think it was up.
It's okay. You can tell her what flavors they are.
I think it's like Oreo, carrot cake, lemon pie. I don't know what the last one is.
Carrot cake, I'm all over that cookie.
Peanut butter featuring Muddy Buddies, I think.
Oh my gosh, those sound amazing. Okay, now we're going to take this to the next level. Here we go. So, on that first page, I gave you the solution, and we had to decide, does it work or not, right? I gave you an ordered pair. Right here, we're going to find the ordered pair that will work by graphing two equations. So this is nice because we can all use a little review on graphing equations, right? Slope and y-intercept. Yes? Sure. Okay, so we're going to start out. I'm going to give you two equations. Oops, I already had the y. Please make sure you leave some space here in between. We're going to write some stuff here. So we have y equals negative 3x plus 4, y equals 2x minus 1. All right. We got our slope-intercept form, so who can tell me what is the slope of this first equation? Negative 3. Remember, we're going to put it over 1, so we remember down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. What's my y-intercept? 0, 4. So once I have those two pieces of information, how can I graph that line? Who remembers? Anybody grab a ruler like it said on the board?
I'm using a board.
Yeah, we all became aligned at the very same time.
Is that right? These rulers are in a sad state, but they do still have straight edges, so
Yeah, I don't know how to do this.
Thank you. You got
No,
one?
I have one.
Put them down.
Oh, that's my side.
Real smooth, Noah. Real smooth.
Okay, so the way that we graph these, does anybody remember?
No.
Does anybody recall how to graph these? Maddie?
You go down 3 and go over 1.
Yep, but where do we start? Yep. Can you what? Band-Aid, yep, come here. Okay, guys, there's a lot of talking going on, and this is a really important moment because you're going to have to do this next week on iLearn. We start at the y-intercept. We put a point. And then we use our slope to tell us where to put our next point. So down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. You're welcome. Down 3 over 1. And then we use our ruler to create the first line. All right. You are going to have to do that next week. So it needs to be fresh in your brain. Got it, Rylan?
Yep.
Thanks. Ben, you okay over there?
Nope.
Because you're probably listening to something else.
Yeah, Ben.
No, I didn't do it.
You know I know that you're listening to something else, right? Okay. As long as you're cool with it. All right, how about this second equation? What is my slope?
2
Yep.
over 1.
Yep. And what is my y-intercept?
0, -1.
0, -1. So I'm going to put a point here at 0, -1. I'm going to go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1.
Oh, on the same one. 2.
All right?
Hey,
So what you should notice is that they intersect. That is the solution, where they intersect.
oh my gosh.
So put a little bullseye circle around that. So you just found the solution to a system of linear equations by graphing.
Wow.
It's a lot. So what this tells me is that if I put 1 in for x and 1 in for y, they will work for both equations, just like what we did on the first page. Right? So on the first page, I gave you the ordered pair. You had to decide if it was a solution. Right now, we are using the equations to find the solution. Yes?
On Island, would we get the equations?
I just gave them to you. Oh, yeah, you'll give them. You'll be given the equations. Yeah. Yes.
How many questions are there?
I have no idea.
Like in the
I am, for real, not allowed to know anything. I mean, they tell us what math will be covered, but I don't know anything else than that.
Wait, why do we have 4 days?
2 per subject. Okay, I want you guys to do this next one by yourself. -2x plus 5, 4x minus 1. You can work with your elbow partner if you want to, but I just need you guys working on these. How's it going? Does this taste good? Yeah.
It just tastes like water.
Oh, but it doesn't have any flavor? Oh, that's a bummer.
What does have any flavor?
She has a Smart Water that says cucumber lime on it, and I wondered if it tasted any good.
Smart water, the flavored ones don't taste like anything.
That's very strange. I would feel really disappointed if that was mine.
Do you think that like they say that it tastes like cucumber lime because they added cucumber lime in it, and that's actually like cucumber and lime juice, but then they made it taste like water. So it's like you're eating cucumbers and limes, but they make you think that you're drinking water.
Maybe that's the goal. Like, it's in there, but you just can't taste it. Like it's hidden. It seems like that'd be a weird thing to do, though. Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, it like feeds you, but you don't think that you're like eating at the same time. Like it's just like water, so it's like convenient, and that's the best thing since sliced bread.
I have a question.
Yep.
In this loop, do you go this way or do you go that way?
So you go up and over, but if you can't go up and over, then you go down and back. Yep.
Okay. Where is it? What? Yes, it did. Ready? What? I can't go anymore. Okay, so then we just do one.
Okay, I'm coming around to check.
Okay, so then it would be.
Oh, sorry, there. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh, wait, wait.
Oh, the way that. You know her.
yeah.
What is it? I forget. No, his name is Ethan.
Aiden. Do you know what Aiden told me?
Yeah.
That is her brother.
Wait, who?
Right there.
I like, Aiden's one of my really good friends. Because, do you know Regan Boya? What'd you say? Do you know Regan Boya? Yeah. That's my best friend. I think I've seen you in her TikToks, actually. Miss Marsh, I don't know how.
Did I live right?
Okay, so let's look at it. Okay. All right, your solution should be 1, 3. 1, 3.
Oh! Oh! Is it funny?
This feels like a
Oh my God.
Ryan, is this better? Hi, Luke.
That one stings. That was good. Stung. It stung.
What? No.
Oh my God.
Okay. We're going to go on to our next example.
Necessarily is not necessary.
What's the answer?
Write down those two equations.
X equals 3.
X equals 3, y equals -1. So when something like this happens, what this tells me is all x values equal 3. And this is going to be a vertical line. Right? So all if all I have is x equals 3, that tells me all x values are 3. So that would be like going over 3 for your entire line. And so you get a vertical line at 3. You might want to kind of color this one a little bit wider. Since it's on the line, it's kind of hard to see. So if x's are make a vertical line, what do you think y's will make? Horizontal line. So then I could just pick 3 random points on y equals -1. So what is the solution to this system of linear equations?
-3, 1. No, -1.
Try again.
-3, 1.
So how far do you go over? You go +3, -1. Right? So my solution equals 3, -1, which happen to be the values I started out with. Right? Do you need that emoji right now, the emoji? You do. I saw it. I saw it in real life, Noah. I saw you do it. Can't hide in here.
Is this our last problem? Number 4?
Yeah, but then we're moving on to something else.
Maybe.
I am being for real. For real life.
Well, I think we need to
Okay, let's look at number 4. This one has its own little special situation.
Special. It's special.
It's very special.
It's not going to be special.
Okay, so for the first one, my slope is 1/2. My y-intercept is 0, 4. So when I graph this, I start at my y-intercept, which is 0, 4, and I go up 1 over 2, but then I can't keep going up, so I do the reverse, down 1, back 2, and you can see that it goes in line with the other points. So there's my first line. And then my second line, my slope is 1/2. My y-intercept is 0, -2. So I plot my point at -2, and I go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. What? They don't. So do I have a solution? So the solution is no solution. Who can tell me why these two lines will never intersect?
Because they're parallel.
They are. And what makes them parallel?
The slope.
The slope being the same. You guys are on it. You guys are on it. Okay, put this packet away. I've got another packet to give you.
I know.
It's only because each question takes up a lot of space. There's only 8 questions. Keep your rulers. I don't.
I think you do. I think you do. No, like you're literally saying I do.
Miley is the complete opposite.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, no. This is the exact amount I need. I get really excited when I randomly pick up that it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop. Okay, we're just gonna do one of these and then I'll give you guys a break. But we have to at least get started on the packet. Okay? We have to at least try. Alright. We are comparing internet plans. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create the 2 equations, then we're going to graph them, then we're going to find the solution, and then we're going to answer questions about that graph. Quickly, keep the door open. Alright, so we have 2 options for internet, right? We have Plan A, which is $30 for the modem, $5 per month. Plan B, the modem is free, but you pay $10 a month. So we're going to write our equations in slope-intercept form. So what is my recurring fee, the one that repeats over and over again for Plan A? 5. So it's going to be y equals 5x, and then I have the one-time fee of $30 for the modem, right? I don't have to pay a fee for the modem for Plan B, so what will be my equation? 10x. And some people like to write plus 0, so they remember that the y-intercept is the origin. It's up to you. Some people like to do it. Who am I to judge? Right? They're both correct. So now we're going to graph these. And since we just practiced graphing equations, we know that we start at the y-intercept, and then we use the slope to plot the other points. So down here we have time in months. So we can go ahead and fill in the other values. And then the money we pay is in $5 increments. So fill those in. So this is where it comes back to paying really close attention to your slope and paying attention to those increments. So for Plan A, I start at 30, there on my y-axis, and it's $5 a month. So I'm not going to go up 5 lines, I'm just going to go up 1 line and over 1 month, because this is like $5 per month. $5 per month. Each line is worth the $5.
Why did you start on 30?
Because that's how much the one-time fee was for the modem. So I have to show that up front I pay 30, and then I add on $5 each month that I use this service. And then I'm going to put an A here, so I remember that that is Plan A. And then Plan B starts at $0 because they don't charge you for the modem, and it's $10 a month. So I'm going to go up to $10 over 1 month, up to $20 over 1 month. So I'm adding $10 each month.
we still doing that solution? Like, is this like still solution?
Yep, we're going to talk about it. Yep, you're doing great. So just make sure you have your graph done, and then we're going to analyze this graph.
Tomorrow?
No, today. Okay, so let's answer some questions. After how many months are the costs of both plans the same? So where do they cost the same amount? 6. And how much will it cost? So my solution is the ordered pair 660. That's where they would cost the same. Those numbers would make both equations work. When is it better for you to go with plan A? And by better, I mean, when is it cheaper for you to go with plan A?
After 6 months.
After 6 months, yep. So anytime after 6 months, plan A is going to be cheaper. So then, if after 6 months plan A is cheaper, when is plan B cheaper? Before 6 months. If you're only going to have the plan for 6 months, you're fine. But in this next question, it says they're going to have it for 9 months. So how much will you save if you go to plan A? So how much does plan A cost?
You would say no.
Well, what is plan A at 9 months?
60.
75. What's plan B at 9 months?
90. So 15. Oh wait.
You would save $15. Okay, that's it for today. Please put the rulers back. Put your binders back. Please put them on the shelf vertically. It really bothers me when they're all like just thrown on the shelf. Thank you, Ben.